Hey folks, welcome back. So I'm really getting back into Skyrim here, and mainly because it's mid-game for me, and that's when I do a whole bunch of leveling, which you just saw in the last stream. Whole bunch of crafting following all that. So guys, I've got my smithing back up to 100, I've got my enchanting back up to 100, my alchemy back up to 100, and I am ready to actually recraft all the super suits. Now I've already shown the process for this, you know, a long time ago, early game. But here later in the game, we can actually get them even stronger, which is the whole point of why I'm doing this stream. So folks, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, I would absolutely appreciate that. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. Sound check complete. Alright, so... And wow, I don't know what it is about what I'm looking at on my TV and what I see coming through the feedback loop here. But wow, on my feedback loop, it looks very dark. Like, I don't even know if you guys can see what in the heck I'm doing right now. Jukinator VR, hey, what is up? Good to see you tonight. I don't know if this is like a OBS setting or what, but wow. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to make do. Maybe I'll try fiddling with that at some other time. Loving the Zelda videos. Alright, good to know. Glad you're enjoying it. Definitely one of my all-time favorite games. Those Zelda games are some of my forever games. This is another one of my forever games, but yeah, definitely glad you're enjoying that. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get my mug out of the way. Toodles. And we're going to get crafting. So the main things I'm going to be focusing on, and just to kind of show you where the perk tree is at right now. Destruction, haven't touched it. You know, I still am going to stack the Frost, Flames, and Shock with what I do enchant. And I'm going to recraft my bows too, just to see if I can bump them up anymore. Conjuration, not touching it. Alchemy, 100. Everything's all perked out, guys. So I'm ready to craft, you know, those real good smithing potions, real good enchanting potions. And when I craft our new Alchemy super suit, those potions will craft even stronger. Speech, yep, got my speech back up to 50. And I am now able to sell any item to any vendor, which is freaking awesome. Pickpocket, don't touch it. Sneak, don't touch it. Light armor, don't touch it. Archery. Yeah, I'm still kind of working on my archery. I reset that, you know, some time ago. But I'm still kind of working on bumping that up. I thought maybe I'd do some training, but honestly, I'm trying to prioritize the mages for training in the schools of magic right now at this point in my game. So archery, you know, I'm not in a hurry. In fact, when I recraft my new archery super suit, that'll be even better. And then, of course, smithing 100. Now, the one perk I don't have installed yet, guys, we're going to need arcane. Because I'm going to be enchanting, I'm going to be, you know, smithing up. So I definitely need to have that perk unlocked so that I can smith up what I've already enchanted. And of course I've got unlocked all the way up through Daedric, and that's because I've got anniversary content so that I can get that dark stuff done too. I really want to get the dark armor recrafted. And again guys, with enchanting, now I spoiled myself. I've got the perks at this point in my game. I can absolutely spoil myself a little bit and get the enchanting done. So that's pretty much it, folks. With that, I'll go ahead and get crafting. Now, the very first thing I do before I do anything, save. Notice I've got a hard save down, and now that autosave just generated up, but the quick save too. So, you know, just kind of in between small steps, I'll do quick saves. But as I feel like I'm progressing good, I'll you know, continually drop hard saves. This way, if you make a boo-boo, you know, you don't have to reload a way long time ago save, and you know, spend hours doing it all over again. Oh, that's a good question. Definitely BOTW. Don't get me wrong, TOTK is cool. But BOTW just has a feel to it. And I can't say TOTK pulled me in the same way. So yeah, definitely, if, you know, given the option of one game, if I had to pick one of the two and that was the only one I could ever play again, it wouldn't even be a thought process Breath of the Wild all the way. But again, don't rule out TOTK. It's, you know, it's still a lot of fun. Alright guys, so I've already kind of got a bunch of potions crafted up. So what I'm basically going to do, very first step, I'm going to work on the Alchemy super suit. So right now, I don't even know if I kept these in my inventory. I did not. Actually, I remember dumping all those off to the side here. So this was my old super suit stuff. You can see the bows are 51%. Carrying capacity, 47 points, or pounds, you know, however you want to look at that. Smithing and alchemy both, 31% better. Now this is per piece, you know, we're going to be making full sets, full suits. But I just kind of wanted to show you where these numbers were as of now, because guys, we can do so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that Enchanting potion, and again, I'm only thinking about alchemy right now. So alchemy super suit will consist of headpieces, that's circlet and Falmer helmet stack for me. I'm going to go down to alchemy. And this is going to be a one-off enchantment. Of course I can put two. Uh-oh. Where's all my soul gems? Whoopsie. And it looks like it's real hard to see the number. It's kind of hidden behind my word box right now, but I think I'm at 34. So remember, we were up to 31 before. Now I know you might be thinking, well, it's only 3% difference, you know, why bother? Because when you have, you know, 4 or 5 individual clothing items at 3% more a piece, that math really starts adding up, and it does start making a difference. So again, that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I'm going to go ahead and put a 34 on the end of that so I know where I'm at right now. Oh wow, I need to pull some grand soul gems out of the bag. I do not remember putting those away. I don't know if 40 is going to do it. We'll find out. Yeah, Jukinator, that expansion pass, that was everything to me. Going to get the bone system right off the Great Plateau. We were out killing Lionel Hinox. It was awesome. You just can't quite do that in TOTK. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, just to show you on the weapon side of things where I'm at too. Now, of course, I'm not wearing any super suit items. I'm not wearing anything archery. You know, this is just bare bones. This is bottom of the barrel. Damage output 182. Not great. Now, when I get the super suit crafted, that's going to be up all over 500. And I'm still not even, you know, 100 on my archery skill. So after that, there will still be some massive room for improvement out there. We should be pushing 800 damage out of that bow. Straight up super suit. Straight up archery skill when I get it up to 100. So yeah, it will definitely be formidable. Not only that, look at all that chaos damage, guys. 259 points times 3 if they all 3 fire off. You know, that can be hit and miss, but you usually see the damage pushing. And of course, you've got that guaranteed 165 in frost. So yeah, I love the Stalhrim. It's very hard for me to break away from my Stalhrim. Alright, so anyway, back to super suits. Now I do have some Falmer helmets. So I'm going to do that Falmer helmet circlet stack I just talked about. Oh. Buttons. And then, of course, that will be Alchemy. Once again, we're at 34. Booyah. Okay, and the F in there tells me that's the Falmer helmet, not just the plain old circlet. So go ahead and hit the buttons. So now I believe it's bracer, necklace, ring is what's left for the alchemy. Now notice my potions are only doing 38. Once I get the super suit done and I go and craft more potions, that should be higher. Okay, so what did I say? Bracer. And this time I'm not just going to put alchemy, I'm going to put smithing on there too. And I only do that with the lettering there. I know it looks kind of funky, like why am I taking the time to do all this? It alphabetizes in my list, so I always know that my crafting stuff is right at the top of my apparel list. Okay, ring. I think I use silver for those. Yes, I do. So necklace and ring. And once again, alch and smit. Smitty. Oop. Actually, the bracer, the necklace, and the ring can do both, so I kind of renamed that last one wrong. I should have put like Alch Smith or something on there, but that's okay. I'll know for all intents and purposes like what's what. But what I would probably normally do is put like Smith Alch or Alch Smith, you know, something like that in there, just so I know it's doubled up. But just for the purposes of the playthrough here, I'll just go ahead and leave it be. Or maybe I already did the last one wrong, so yeah, I'll just follow suit. It's gonna bother me for the rest of my days, but that's okay. I can fix it later. Okay, that was the necklace. I believe the last thing on the bucket list here is going to be the ring. $34, loving it. Alright, now if I did this right, I should have a full and complete super suit. Oh, before you do anything, I should have talked about this. Shame on me. I'm using Ahzidals. If you're wearing 4-piece of Ahzidal, you get a 10-point bump in the Enchanting skill. So just to show you what that looks like, if I can find my Enchanting quickly. It says 110 there in green, that's why. And just to kind of show you what I've got on here. Ahzidal's ring, helm, gauntlets, and boots. So yeah, you can verify you're actually getting that 10% bump also over here in active effects. Ahzidal's genius. Booyah. So once we got Ahzidal's, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back in there and equip my newly crafted super suit. So all these are alchemy. So I've got 34 times 5 pieces going into alchemy. Not a bad deal, yo-yo. So now from here I'm going to jump down to my alchemy table, and I don't know if I've got all the mats on me for potions. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't. Blue butterfly wing. Yep, I'll need those. And snowberries. I will definitely need those. Go ahead and hook it up. Now let's see what I am crafting now. So yeah, I definitely want to use... I mean, you can use these other combinations too. I've got a lot of Hograven Claws, you know, Spawn Ash, Brigand's Hab, etc. So, you know, if I start running low on blue butterfly wings, I've got backup ingredients here I can also use. But, yeah, 17 sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Like, you can really tear through some alchemy potions. So look at that, guys. We were doing 38% before. Okay, so that 2% where the potion is concerned, it's not a night and day difference, but it is stronger. Is it strong enough to make a real difference when you push an enchantment? Maybe, maybe not. All I know is I always try to use the biggest and best that I've got at the time. See, I'm definitely going to go ahead and craft... Actually, I'm only going to craft 5 right now. I kind of want to go see if drinking that potion will make my super suit any stronger. Probably not. But if it does, I'll be recrafting that super suit, and then I'll name it properly, and then I'll be happy. Go ahead and drop a save, just in case I make a boo-boo. You do boo-boo? And then my new and improved enchanting potion. Okay, and what was I up to? 34 before. Uh-oh. Doggone it. I'm wasting time. I forgot to equip Ahzidals. That's absolutely critical. To get that, you know, bonus or whatever. So let's try a circlet. Let's try Alch. 35. Okay, so it's a little bit better. Honestly, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to recraft that entire super suit. Because again, guys, every little percent you can squeeze out, it's a multiplier. Because you've got so many pieces of clothing going into it. So yeah, I'm absolutely going to redo that. That's why I only crafted the super suit for alchemy, really. So yeah, we'll go ahead and hit 35 now. And we'll do... I'm going to try to, you know, pay more attention and name these correctly this time. Alch Circlet 35. Righto. Same thing with that Falmer helmet. Whoopsie. Well, I might need to grab some more Falmer helmets. I didn't anticipate, you know, doing this one twice. Okay, so on the headpiece, I only need the alchemy. You cannot put smithing on the headpieces anyway. And I think I'm going to do Falm this time, just to help me differentiate better. Okay, so there's my 2 alchemy only. Now all 3 of the things to come, of course, that'll be the jewelry and the bracer. $35, loving that number. Smithing. Okay, that's what I normally like that to look like. Up next on the hit list here, silver neck. And again, I'm going to double that up. Smitty, gotta love my smitting. And I'm not sure if I level up much higher, if I can get that 35 any higher. I'm going to try it one more time here with more potion. Just to kind of experiment and see what happens. Last but not least, the ring. It's easier for me to find the enchantments if I already have the item picked, because then not everything is highlit. That really throws me off when it's all highlit. Alright, there it is. New supersuit, effectively crafted. So I'm absolutely going to adorn said supersuit. Everything with a 35 on it is getting put on right now. Which means I can actually dump the burner set. And sorry guys, I'm weighted. Like, I've got everything I need to do all this stuff, and I have like 10,000 pounds on my person right now. I'm surprised my legs aren't broken. And why did the Skyrim game creators who built this house not put like everything right next to each other? Like, why isn't that the crafting room, you know? Like, everything's in that one room. So that when you're weighted, you don't have to walk halfway across the house, go to the basement, walk across the basement. That's a lot of fun. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what our new potions are pushing. Pushing our potions. Enchanting, enchanting, enchanting. 41. Okay, will that make a difference when I go to recraft? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna make one. Actually, another quick save never hurt no one. Yeah, like one room that has the smelter, the anvil, the tanning rack, the armor bench, the grindstone, like all of it. One place. Enchanting, alchemy. This is brutal. Okay, 41% stronger. Let's see what happens now. When I go to craft, let's try a circlet. Ooh, not that one. I'll try another Falmer helmet. Oh, see? Wasting time. That doggone Ahzidal's. I'm like, wait, it shouldn't be lower, it should be higher. So I probably already, you know, cooked my 30 minutes here. Yep, I took too long. Good thing I had that quick save down. Alright. This time I won't forget it. Yeah, I really like the player homes. My only complaint has always and ever been, and will always be, The distance between the crafting stations. Alright, just making sure. $35. Okay, so absolutely no improvement. So yeah, at some point it just kind of stops, you know, moving the numbers. Now again, when I level another 10, 20 times, that might be a different story. But for right now, we're pretty much maxed out on what that potion can do and what the super suit can do. So the current super suit that I have is already good to go. But I'm not only going to do, I'm not only doing alchemy. I'm also going to do smithing, and there's 2 more clothing items I can do for smithing as well. So there's an anniversary item, the boots. The captain's boots, and I love the captain's boots. The captain's boots are absolutely amazing. So just to make sure I've got my super suit equipped, the right one. Alchemy, 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 alchemy. Good. So yeah, smithing, smithing, smithing. Those 3 overlap, and then there's going to be boots and a shirt or whatever, just some kind of an armor piece, a mid chest piece or whatever. So now that I know I've got my potions all squared away. Oh wow, look at this list of ingredients. I'm going to be scrolling for days! Okay, so I'll go ahead and cook up as many potions as I absolutely can right now for alchemy. Or, excuse me, enchanting.
Hunted anything worth talking about?
Okay, now that's curious. They should all be 41. Why is that dumping my enchantment? There is a perk that you can unlock in Enchanting that negates any negative effects. So that could have some... Oh, not Enchanting. See, I keep getting these names backwards. Alchemy. That negates anything negative, but I think I'm low on yeah, I don't have the perks to get up there. Okay, you know, I'll just have to avoid that Spriggan sap. That's super unfortunate because I was relying on that. Okay, smithing, I already know what I need for that. This has got me in a little bit of a pickle. Okay, that works. So it's just this combination it doesn't like. Okay, check. Got it. We can do this. We can definitely do this. Three snowberries shy, really? Might as well. I am using them for literally nothing else. So I need a total of 24 snowberries. Okay, now I'm happy. We got potions, we got them maxed out, and we got plenty crafted. So 41 is my new strong number. Now, armed with all those enchanting potions, I'm going to finish the smithing super suit, and then guys, we're going to get to work on the other super suits I keep talking about. And now, I know I said any skill, anything, and yes, that's true. Like, at this point in my game, again, I'm going to start working on the Schools of Magic, so like I'll have a Destruction super suit. I'll have a Conjuration super suit. I'll have an Illusion super suit. This way I can go out and just, you know, craft crazy skills and really help bump those Schools of Magic up as I'm doing it. I don't run out of magic. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so now... Ahzidal. Aha, see, I'm remembering. The Genius of Ahzidal. And there it is. Go ahead and put down a hard save at this point. Because that was only to get my alchemy super suit done and the potions crafted. So from here I will do the smithing, and again that's captain's boots. I'll do that first, and then I usually use like ragged robes, something that's super light. I don't like weight. So like ragged robes work perfect for me. It's a pound. I use this for literally nothing else. It's just nice to, you know, always have your smithing shirt on you for only a pound. There it is, 35, bye-bye. Okay, and then last but not least, those captain boots. Alright, now that that's all squared away... I don't normally favorite these. I just like to have them all on the top of my list is all. So yeah, that's it guys. We got the alchemy super suit, done. We got the smithing super suit, done. Minimal weight all in all, so I don't mind carrying this around on me. That's the only real thing is the Falmer helmet circlet stack, but it's worth it. It's 7 pounds, but again, it's worth it. Alright guys, I will probably put another quick save here. Now, since I've got that perk unlocked, you know, that where I can still smith up things that are already enchanted, I'll just go ahead and hang here, and I'll start doing enchanting. Now, one thing I want to compare and look at is my bows. I'm at 182 right now. So I'm actually going to see... Actually, scratch that. I'm not looking at the damage yet. I'm looking at the elements there. So I'm at 259 and 12 seconds on the souls, and then 165 on the frost. I'm not going to remember that in 10 seconds. But I've got that soft save down, so... just in case. So yeah, let's see what happens now if I try to enchant another bow. And I'll do Chaos, absolutely. Frost, absolutely. So 290, 185. So it did go up significantly. I am absolutely loving that. I don't know if I want to number those. That's going to get awful busy. I'm going to confuse myself if I start doing that. Okay, so this will be my Frost. And it's assumed that I have chaos damage on there. So I don't necessarily have to write Chaos. Maybe I'll just put the Frost number on there. And guys, I like to put C, because again, they alphabetize in the list. And whenever I open my favorites, I'm always going to, like, Candlelight. So, you know, back and forth between Bow and Candlelight, Bow and Candlelight. So that's why I take the time, again, to organize these the way I do. So, C, Bow, Frost, 185. Loving it. Okay, and then we'll get that Souls. And they say legendary, but guys, I have a pretty good feeling I'm going to be bumping those again. Got 2 extra seconds out of that. Nice. Sometimes that 2 seconds makes all the difference. So I'm definitely happy to see that go up. And I'll put the number for the soul on there. Nice. Okay, now the follower. I gave the follower Stalhrim weapons. But I don't want the follower to be overpowered. The main reason is because if I give them, like, the good stuff, like what I'm crafting for myself, they go out onto the battlefield and they kill everything before you can even, like, lock on and get a shot off. And then, you know, the soul trapping days are over. So I don't like to do this from the follower weapons. I might put, you know, some kind of absorb health enchantment on there or absorb magic or something like that. But as far as, like, that damage output, I do not put those on my enchantments for my followers. But, you know, if you're having trouble in a part of the game and you need your follower to be crazy overpowered, absolutely. Go ahead and enchant them up some strong stuff. Then when you get into that situation, you can swap weapons out, give them, you know, the best of the best. And then, yeah, they will really help you out in combat. You can almost sit back and drink a Coke and not even have to do any work. Like, they can get that overpowered. It's pretty insane. So anyway, I got my bows. I don't hold a dagger, but I am going to adopt kids soon. And guys, you can use daggers as gifts. Not only that, when the kids are outside playing, if like a troll comes up or something, you want the kids to be able to defend themselves. So the better the weapon for the kids, the better. So I'm going to make sure I actually have a couple of Stalhrim daggers on me, which I do. Awesome. And again, I'm going to smith these up, so that's going to go higher than even that. But for now, those 2 daggers will be for the kiddos. And I'll definitely put some good offensive stuff on those daggers for the kids. Absorb health would probably be good. Keep them alive. Actually, scratch that. I've never had a kid die in a game. Not to say it can't happen, but it's just never happened to me. They don't use magic. Banish would be a good one. And then Chaos. Okay, I might have taken too long to, you know, put that together. I noticed that Chaos damage is a bit low. Honestly, it's... Yeah, that should be just fine. I mean, Frost and Shock, and yeah, the chaos, between the Chaos damage and what I'm going to craft that up to, it'd already be good enough. The Summon Daedra thing, I just like to have that on there because if something does come in like a Jermea Lord, you know, that a Conjurer summons, then it's negated. They don't have to worry about even killing it. Okay, so I won't even drink a potion for this other one. I'll just go ahead and follow suit here. I feel like I spelled dagger wrong on the other... I have to go back and look at that. Not that it really matters. I mean, I could really care less how these are named anyway. Hey, where'd the first one go? Did I not rename it? I guess I didn't rename it. Well, no harm, no foul. Again, that one really doesn't matter. I'll just have to remember that when I'm gifting the kids. Like, one dagger's at the top of the list, one dagger's at the bottom of the list. Alright guys, next thing I'm working on here. I got my bows. I've got the daggers for the kids. Again, I'm not going to worry about the followers stuff. The next thing is probably going to be my super suit for archery. See, I've already got my soft save down. Matter of fact, another hard save here would probably be a good idea. Okay, so archery, guys. Archery, archery, archery. Circlet Falmer helmet, always. $57. We were at 51 before. That is not bad. $57 and 88, I think. I really can't read that number over there. I wish that was more user-friendly. And for my list, I like these to be BZ, so that they're right above my bows, but I don't have a bunch of B stuff that I have to thumb through in between my bows and my super suits. So BZ, Arch, and it's just implied I got some kind of extra Magicka enchantment on there. I usually use the regen, but that time I went ahead and just got the extra Magicka. BZ Arch Circlet, 57. I don't know if that's right. Guess I'm about to find out. Haha, good guess. Now let me make sure the name actually took, because see, that didn't give me the feedback there. Yeah, we're good. So once again, Falmer helmet. Gotta love that. Archery. And we'll do regen this time. Why not? $57.88. So the good thing is the 30-second potion doesn't tick down while you're in the dialogue menu. But while you're, thumbing through your menus here, yes, the numbers are ticking down. So you got to kind of be quick about that part. But once you get in there to type the name in, you can take your time with that. Okay, so I got the headgear done. I will go ahead and work on... I suppose the bracers are next. Archery, and this is where I start using carry weight. 57.53. And I like to put WT on here because I do craft more than one bracer usually. So I'll have archery weight, and then another bracer might be like archery magic or something, It could be archery anything. So I definitely need to make sure that I tag these properly when I tend to double up on a specific item. So yeah, definitely for the brace. Wait a minute, I'm doing that wrong. I might have boo-booed here on my order. Yeah, so normally I would put like what it is first so that they're alphabetized correctly. And then I would put whatever it's for on the back end, so I definitely messed that up. This is why I put my saves down. I guess it's been a while since I've had to craft a super suit. And I think I'll do Magicka Regen first. Actually, no, I liked it better that way. So BZ Circlet. $57.88, I think. You know what? Sorry guys, I'm doing a lot of thinking out loud right now in my head. I'm actually gonna try, I kind of wish I had left it alone now or put another save down. I'm actually going to try putting in my list by what it is. I don't know if I've done that in a while. The only thing that I'm thinking is if I try to, you know, categorize them by archery, when I start doubling up on the different items, that can get real hairy trying to figure out what's what. So yeah, honestly, I think I just better leave it like circlet, do it the way I'm used to. I just wasted a whole bunch of time there for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Moving on. Alright, so the only other two things for archery now should be... Wait a minute. Yeah, there should be head, brace, and then the jewelry, necklace and ring. So I guess just necklace and ring are next. God, that number 57, guys, I can't wait to see what our bow's going to get up to now. Hot dog. Definitely go ahead and do carry weight here. I probably forgot to put weight on that last piece that I crafted. Honestly, I don't even care right now. I'm just going to try to press. Normally when I'm doing this by myself, you know, I'm concentrating better. I'm not worried about the stream. I'm just kind of focused in on it. I don't make all these silly mistakes. Okay, so now I should effectively have a complete supersuit made for archery. Okay, just to show you guys now what this did. So what were we at? 182. Okay, don't worry about these numbers right now. The 165, 182, I have not smithed these up yet. So both of these numbers are going to go higher. It's probably going to be around 200 or something right now. I don't know. But anyway, I just kind of want to show you what the super suit does. So let's just say the bows I have been using, bare bones, are 182. Watch what happens when I put the super suit on. $700, guys. And I haven't even smithed this up yet. I'm getting ready to go do that here in a moment. But I just wanted to show that because that is absolutely insane. And guys, another thing about that number, 700, my archery ain't up yet. I'm at 61. So once that hits 80, there goes another perk point. That's 20% more increase. And then, of course, you know, as it levels after 80, it continues going up. So this is going to be well over 800, probably 900, pushing 1,000. And that's just base. You know, you do that from a sneak, that's 2,000. That's not even counting the elemental damage. So these bulls are going to be absolutely mind-boggling when we go out and play with them, guys. Like, you have no idea. Now I kind of wish I didn't reset my archery just so I could show you the absolute max this bow can go right now at this point in our game. You know, so I might go get Aaliyah back and just kind of train up with her. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But, yeah, this is going to be some fun here. So, my toes are already wiggling, if you can't already tell. So, anyway, guys, you can do the same thing with, like I said earlier, any kind of super suit you want. Now, one thing that I haven't crafted yet is my the shirt or the armor piece, and I have plenty of this garbage, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the Forsworn for right now. But anyway, I usually like to put some kind of magicka on there, which regen is the only option. But, you know, for combat, what I would normally do is I would, you know, pick a school of magic and put it on there. So I use conjuring a lot. So, you know, putting conjuring on there. Now, of course, I don't have my Ahzidals on, I don't have the potion, but it's usually well up over 30% less to cast, and of course it's 88% faster. So that's normally what I do, but at this point in my game, I'm going to separate that. So the Conjuration Super Suit will be its own thing. For right now, I'm not going to think about magic. That's going to be a separate suit. The Conjuration Suit will be the shirt, the jewelry, and I think a headpiece. So it'll be like ring, necklace, a helmet, or, you know, a circlet, whatever you want, and then the shirt. So that would be my Conjuration Super Suit. All four of those pieces would have conjuring on there. For example, there. And then the secondary would be whatever the particular piece allows. It usually, you know, makes you pick one or the other. So that's just how I personally do it. And then, guys, that Conjuring Super Suit, you can just go out there and just keep recasting. Keep recasting. It's barely even using any magicka. And then whatever magicka it does use, it's barely even, you know, taking any time whatsoever to regen. So, you know, when I get to the point where I'm going to start working on my schools of magic, I'll definitely have a super suit crafted in exactly that way for every school of magic. I'll have a destruction suit, you know, an illusion suit, just all of them. But for just regular combat, when I'm out there with my bow and I'm not worried about, you know, just recasting a whole bunch of magic, at this point in the game, I'm probably going to look at stamina. You know, that's one option because, again, bow and arrow, that uses stam. Not only that, I really like the extra sprinting you can get out of the deal. So that's one option right there. You can double up on the stam. And again, I don't have Ahzidals on. I don't have, you know, the potion drink yet. I'm just kind of showing you guys what you can put into the shirt to really go with archery. So stamina, solid bet, absolutely. Another option, if you're, you know, having trouble with, say, a lot of incoming damage, you can go light armor. That absolutely helps. with your defense rating. You can go health. So between those two. So depending on what you want more, you know, you can go health and light armor. I mean, 68, it's probably closer to 88 by the time I put Ahzidal's on. And drink a potion. This will give me a little bit better frame of reference now and help me make a decision on what I'm going to actually craft. And you know, you can do both. You can make one shirt for stamina, you can make one shirt for health, or you can kind of mix and match those just a little bit. So I'll try to see where the better bang for the buck is if I were to mix and match them. So the health regeneration, it's kind of nice, but honestly, I don't normally rely on healing regen. I just drink potions. Because honestly, even if you get the regen up pretty high, it can still, you know, take a bit. Unless you craft an entire super suit for nothing but healing rate. But honestly, I don't like to do that because your super suit's gone. So, you know, that's probably going to be the better bang for the buck. That's almost another 100 points in health, you know, not a bad deal. That'd be like another 8 to 9 levels if you put all your leveling into health. So that's significant. So I'd probably go health if I were to mix and match them. And then I'd probably go stam. Again, for the same reason. To me, that 36 just... that's not going to be a night and day difference on stamina regen. And if I'm in a real pickle and I need stamina now, I'm either going to hit my Red Guard superpower or I'm going to drink the potion. So yeah, I think that's probably the way to go for me. This way I got a little bit of help with my bow and arrow, and I got a little bit more health on top. Booyah. But that light armor, that was attractive too, you know? It just, again, it really depends on what you want. And again, you can make more than one shirt for different combat situations. Potions. Let's see how high I can get these suckers. $88 points. Good guess, huh? And then, what was the other one? Stamina. Easy armor. And then it's the same number for both, so I'll do it that way. Stam and heal. Booyah. So that's my super suit, guys. That's what I'll wear out in combat. Unless I'm not doing archery again. If I'm working on the Skulls of Magic, that'll be a totally different suit. But yeah, for now, rocking and a-rolling. Let's get our butts down to the smithing stations. Now, before I go down there... trying to make sure I've got everything I could possibly want to smith up on my person. So I don't have to make this long, laborious walk, you know, twice. I really hate the fact that they make you walk all the way across the house to get into the basement. Which, you know, that's cool, it's whatever. But now that we're in the basement, we have to walk all the way back across the house again. Like, where's the trapdoor? Like, right above the forge, you know? Just saying. Alright, so anyway, before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and put the appropriate super suit on. And this will be our smithing super suit. Everything's 35% better. You really cannot beat that. Absolutely loving that. Actually, I really don't need the alchemy stuff on right now. It's all about smithing. So 5 pieces of the clothing at 35%. I'm already looking good here. Go ahead and drop that hard save before I actually drink a potion. Oh, and before you drink the potion, you can actually go through the list here and make sure you've got enough of whatever ingredients are required to smith up what you want to smith up. Now again, these aren't highlight yet because I haven't drank the potion, but when I do, I'll be able to actually dump all these in. So I've got 2, yeah, I've got plenty of Stalhrim. All these are Stalhrim. Good to go. Wow, they didn't all highlight. Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I did that already. Okay, I might have already done that. Before I actually started the stream. I was fooling around with this stuff a little bit last night, you know, trying to get prepared, so I might have already pre-crafted all those up as high as they would go. But now, theoretically, I should be able to bump them higher. Because I just crafted a new smithing supersuit, so... I need to see here if I'm brain farting. Yeah, weapons and armor, weapons and armor, weapons and armor. Yeah, I've got all 5 pieces going in. Did I drink the right potion? Yeah, the only thing I can think of is I might have already smithed them up and... I'm just thinking though, these were all 31 when I did that. It's like that extra 4% times 5 pieces, that should be making some kind of difference here when I try to improve these. So let me see what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, smithing's 100. I've got ebony, that does Stalhrim. Yeah, wow, it's not going up. Okay, so honestly, I'm kind of confused about that. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Because last night I was able to actually go in here and manipulate these, get them higher. Bear with me for just a moment here, folks. I want to make sure I'm putting the right information out here tonight. Now, if I'm just overlooking something silly here, then... Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm drinking an enchanting potion, right? Wow, I feel like a real big fat genius right now. Please excuse our mess while we renovate. Okay, so yeah, I'm just a big giant genius. I need to go back up and craft some smithing potions. This is why I put all these saves all over the place. Remember when I was standing here and I was like, wait a minute, I'm standing here because I feel like I'm forgetting something and I want to make sure I bring everything down, you know, to smith. Yeah, that's what it was right there. So smithing potion, my go-to formula for that is going to be blisterwort, if I can find it. And glowing mushroom. And I'll put my super suit on, the correct one. Just making sure everything looks copacetic. So now it should be a pretty high number. I think I was pushing smithing potions before about 150, 151% better maybe. So yeah, that should be a significant enough increase. Plus the super suit. So yeah, we'll definitely be bumping our Stalhrim stuff here. 165, that is not a bad number. And since I've already got the appropriate clothing on, just another hop, skip, and a jump to the basement. Now I'll put a quick save down. $165, nice. There we go, now everything's highlit. Just like it should be. And I brought 2 extra bows down just for, you know, blanks. This way I can enchant them, you know, if my smithing isn't 100, I've already got them crafted. But yeah, for now, let's see what we're doing, guys. What was that, 185 before bare bones? 233, that is absolutely significant. Now, you might not think it's that significant, but 185 to 233... that's almost a 50-point increase in damage. That's a lot already. That's already noticeable when you're out in combat. But then you put that super suit on. $895. So guys, I'm telling you, the super suits, it's all about the super suits. Like, mid-game crafting, this is when I really get excited about Skyrim. Now going out and one-hitting everything, you're not even going to have to think twice about it. And remember, our archery still isn't up. Our archery is still only at like 60. So yeah, this is only going to get stronger. We're done as far as, you know, getting it strong enough as far as the smithing and the enchanting and the alchemy components are concerned. So yeah, from here on out, guys, it's just leveling archery. Absolutely insane. So just remember, you can do this with any weaponry. You know, if you really like Daedric, if you really like some of the anniversary weapons out there, yeah, it's a great time. So anyway, now that I know that I'm absolutely happy with my weaponry, and same kind of thing over here, guys, on the... Oh, no! I didn't have the smithing shirt on. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm a genius. I need to change back. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't do is I didn't craft my shoes for my super suit. I'll go back up and do that here in a bit. or boots, you know, or whatever. I usually put carry weight and some kind of frost protection or fire protection on there. Totally forgot about the footwear when I was up there a minute ago. So before I actually get into this, I want to make sure... everything's good to go on that end. I want to make sure I've got all the mats to craft up everything I've got on my person. So Chariz Chitin, yes. Now, you know, I don't I don't have to actually enchant these up, or craft these up, excuse me. I'm not going to be wearing these in combat, so putting a bunch of extra armor on these, it's really unnecessary. Ahzidal, same kind of thing. It's probably unnecessary. I mean, if I've got the mats, I might as well just do it anyway, just so that they don't keep highlighting. Blackguards, sometimes I use this in get into combat situations. You know, sometimes I'm using the armor for, you know, the extra carry weight, and I'm in a fist fight. So I will craft up the blackguards. It's only leather, I got plenty. Yeah, absolutely. Then, of course, the super suit that I just crafted. And then here's all the anniversary stuff. So I'm just kind of going through the list, making sure I got all the mats, so I can actually, you know, craft every single thing here in my inventory up. And I've got blank slate type stuff too for later enchanting purposes. You know, I'll take advantage of this high smithing skill while I have it. And yeah, once I get the potion, I'll be able to craft everything up here. So yeah, I'm good to go on mats. Let's do this thing. I'll probably have to drink 2 potions to get through all this. That's okay. Whoop. Okay, so definitely blackguards. Definitely that. Super suit, yes. Super suits, I should say. And once I get about halfway through my list, I like to back out, drink another potion, because that potion ticks down awful fast. 2 seconds, see? So yeah. I can only ever get through about half my list before I have to go back through, drink another potion. That's it. And that's definitely going to help with our armor rating while we're out and about. So guys, that's the smithing part. Everything we own, weapons and armor, is ready to rock and roll. It was all about the super suits. It was all about the potion. I cannot wait to get back out into combat with this bow now. And I really wish I could just magically increase my archery to 100 right here and right now. Which technically I can probably do that. I can train with Aaliyah. I don't think I've bought my training yet for this current level. She'd get me up to 66. I could go out and do that free archery training up there on the mountain. And then just hopefully keep leveling and keep training. But yeah, honestly, I'll just wait it out. It'll be interesting to see where that bow winds up though when my archery's 100. Alright, so let's do the shoes now. I need to switch gears and go back to Ahzidal. Okay.
You're someone who can get
Just to make sure that's actually running. And so it is.
things done. I like
I'll go back up to Enchanting. They're all the same. I don't know why they put them all in different, like, rows. They're all exactly the same stats and everything. Kind of weird. So yeah, carry weight 53. And also the extra carry weight's going to help too, guys. I mean, 3 pounds per piece isn't much, but it adds up. And then I'll do fire, I guess. Actually, I think I was only at like 49 before on the carry weight. So yeah, 4 more pounds times 4 pieces of clothing. That's significant. I'm kind of happy I got the extra weight. So let's see, BZ. I don't know if I'm going to have room for all this. Yep, BZ Boots Flames. Oopsie. And next on the hit list will be Frost. And then last but not least, we got to get the shock protection on there. So depending on what situation I'm in combat, you know, if I'm just getting hammered with, you know, one of those elements, I'll put the appropriate shoes on. But yeah, that carry weight is a beautiful thing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Okay, just to show you what that super suit looks like now. And that's not going to help with weapons or anything like that. That's strictly, you know, for defense and carry weight. So yeah, again, depending on which situation I'm in will dictate which, you know, boots or whatever that I'm wearing. Gotta get them bracers on. That's the super suit, guys. Just to show you where that weapon's at once again. Gotta love that. So these are inferior now for the elemental damage. I will go ahead and dump those. I always like to keep my most recent throwaway set nearby and separate. That way I can see like what it went to. So next time I go to craft, you know, in 10, 20 more levels, I'll rip all these out of here and whatever I'm using now will go into this. Just a little system I've developed to kind of see if I'm getting anything out of it, if it's worthwhile, etc. Let's see, weapons. Yep, so now I've got my new and improved Stalhrim Bows. And I'm still hecka weighted, so, you know, getting back to my schools of magic, the one thing that I'll probably start working on is going to be destruction. Guys, I dread destruction. I don't like playing with destruction magic in the game. The ones that I like to use, they cause problems and, you know, it pisses the followers off and stuff like that. So, like, I don't know. To me, it's just not my forte. And then once you hit 90, you know, when I get trained up and I hit that 90, I'll definitely use a super suit in destruction to bump myself up to 100 and just go out there and, you know, run a bunch of destruction spells. But I don't know if there's any other super suits any of you guys would like to see. Feel free to type it in chat here. I'm happy to throw one together if you're curious about, you know, something I haven't talked about yet. But if not, I think I'll just go ahead and call it. Folks, I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you enjoyed it and if you appreciated the information there goes my words. If you've enjoyed it and you've appreciated the information I've put out today, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I would absolutely appreciate that. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. And now it's really going to be happy hunting because I'm like 10 times more powerful than I used to be. Booyah. Alright guys, so before I cut stream here, if there's anything else, anyone would like to see, I'm half tempted to craft an alteration super suit. So you can see how it's done. Because, all the schools, they work the same way. It would just be that one primary element that you swap out. But, I could start working on my alteration. And for that, I would want a good super suit crafted for alteration. Destruction, since I'm not there yet, I kind of feel like that would be a waste of time. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do one. I'll do one Magicka super suit. Just so you guys can see how I get that thing crafted up. Toodles! Go ahead and drop one more hard save. See, I'm messing up. It's all about the Ahzidals. You gotta have that Ahzidals on there. Make sure that's actually running. Yippers. So I'll start out with the armor. And I think I said alteration. So don't use this one. I find that's not so good. It's better to spread those out. Just get the regen down here. 3588. Just to make sure I don't forget those numbers. So BZ armor. Alteration. And again, it's kind of implied that I've got some kind of extra magicka on there, so I don't bother putting that on there anymore. That tells me exactly what that is at quick glance. And then next, I believe, headwear. Now, I don't have another circlet on me. So I'm going to skip the circlet for now and just go to the jewelry. Same thing, guys. Right into alteration. Extra magicka, absolutely. Go ahead and do the ring. Now, in case you're wondering, you can do the Falmer helmet and circlet stack also with the Skulls of Magic. And I might just go ahead and do that. Ooh, this one you can do magicka or magicka regen. I'll go for regen on this one. The thing is, I don't know if I have another Falmer helmet. Oh wow, I sure do. So yeah, I would probably want to smith that up too, because again, if I'm going to be doing this, I'll most likely be in combat. So I'll have to do that, later on. But yeah, I'll definitely do another Falmer helmet and a circlet. And honestly, the circlet, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. If I go to resell these, though, it's nicer to have a higher value circlet. This way, you know, after it's enchanted and everything, it sells that much better. So I might just go ahead and do one of these for alteration. And again, you have a choice here, so I'll probably mix and match that. I'll probably do like Magicka for one, and then the circlet can be regen. I don't know if I'm going to have room for all this. One character shy. That should tell me it's Falmer. Okay. So, the Alteration Supersuit. Alteration for the ring. Alteration for the necklace. Alteration for the helmet. Wait, where's the, uh-oh. Did I not do the circlet yet? Oh my god, wow. I didn't even craft the thing yet. I need to drink a can of Get Right. Now, where is that circlet? Oh no, what did I do wrong there? Maybe nothing. I think I just typed in the number backwards. So let's see. Circlet? Yeah, I just typed in the number backwards. It was 35, not... Oh, I must not be wearing Ahzidal's. Okay, yeah, I probably boo-booed there. Honestly, that's okay, though. I'm not going to worry about reloading save for that. It's close enough, and when you have the whole suit worn, that one isn't going to make much of a difference anyway. Yeah, I don't have Ahzidal's running. Oh, well. So anyway, just to kind of show you now what that does to the School of Magic. I'm going to go ahead and suit up with that. So there's the alteration armor. The boots don't matter. I'll just pick a random one here because that doesn't do anything for the School of Magic. That's only for defense. Then we got the headgear for alteration. We got the Falmer helmet for alteration. I'm already wearing it. And then, yeah, the 2 pieces of jewelry. So 1, 2, 3, 4 going into alteration. Actually, 5 if you count the, you know, the shirt. And guys, I like to use these when I'm out in combat and I'm really trying to get the skill up. I just sit here and I pound on these. Come on, wait. Wondering why it's not showing me my magic gauge. I might have to be outside for that. Matter of fact, I'm half tempted to dump a bunch of weight off and go like into a town and show you this, because it's really... Oh, crud. I was not prepared for that, but good thing for us. We have a new and improved Soul's Bow. I love one-hitting giants. So satisfying. Okay, well... that was rude. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so back to alteration. I don't think I have those hotkeyed yet. So detect dead, detect life. Oh my god, it's not showing my magicka gauge because it's so overpowered, it's not using magicka. So again guys, this is the super suit I will use to get that alteration up to 100. I don't even know where it's at right now. 91, okay. So yeah, basically what you can do then is go to like Whiterun or somewhere where there's a lot of population of people, then you can use the detect life, and you can just sit here and hold it down. Watch the levels go. It might take a little time, but the more people that are running around like in town, that's why I like Whiterun, because you can always find like during the day, just everybody's out there running around town. You can just sit here and pound on this. And you can level up, you know, you might be able to tie a hairband to the trigger or something, go off and do the dishes. It's pretty freaking awesome. So again guys, I just wanted to demonstrate those real quick before I cut stream. Now that I've showed it all, I feel like I very thoroughly showed super suits. Again, I definitely hope this helps you guys out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Not only happy hunting, but happy leveling. It's all about the super suits, guys. Loving it. Alright folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out, y'all.